Now to a CBS Atlanta investigation. Atlanta taxes are going up to improve public safety, but one fire station is still closed because of a lack of cash. Tonight, our investigation discovers the fire department may be wasting your money. Wendy Saltzman looks into accusations the fire chief is doling out take-home cars in violation of city policy. She's asking the tough questions.
We found departing Fire Chief Kelvin Cochran handing out the keys to cars without even reporting these vehicles to the city, a violation of the city's rules. Fleet Management says they only have records of 7 approved take-home cars for the fire department, but we found 3 times that number are actually being driven home, and you're paying for that perk.
Some people say that you guys are doling out take-home cars with no accountability and that you're wasting tax money.
No, that's not true.
These are the tough questions that took us weeks to get answers to, as Fire Chief Kelvin Cochran dodged and sidestepped our repeated requests to talk to him about his take-home car policies.
Why is there no accountability?
More on that in just a second. But first, our investigation started when a whistleblower who asked not to be identified contacted us to report what he saw as an abuse of your money.
I think it's a waste of taxpayer money. It's a privilege that is being abused big time by the firefighters.
This former employee believes there's a lot of favoritism, with the chief handing out cars to his top brass at the taxpayer's expense.
These people are given vehicles as a perk when they don't deserve a perk right now.
When we requested a list of the department's take-home cars, initially spokesperson William May referred us to Atlanta's Department of Fleet Management. Their record showed only 7 cars approved for overnight use. It was only after we dug deeper and asked again for the fire department's list that we found there are actually a total of 22 cars being driven back and forth from home to work by fire department employees.
Policy is that authorization form then goes into the city, and you haven't been turning those forms into the city.
Well, that's not the knowledge that I have of it.
And it's debatable how much knowledge the chief has of his own take-home car policy.
We have a conflict in an interpretation of that policy.
We can look at that together, because I believe I
don't have time to do that with you.
Here's the city's policy in black and white. It says, quote, no employee shall be authorized to drive City of Atlanta vehicles home overnight on a regularly assigned basis, except for the mayor, chief of police, fire chief, and employees designated as first responders for emergency incidents.
I have no reason to believe that there is any unauthorized use of city vehicles.
The chief stands by his reading of the rules, which allows just about anyone to have a car. Included on that list are employees whose classification as emergency responders is questionable and whose commutes take them from Stockbridge and Fayetteville, Ackworth, and across multiple county lines. Again, you're paying for those cars and their gas. And there's more. Tomorrow night at 11, we'll introduce you to an employee who was out of the office for 2.5 months, but he still had the perk of a take-home car, and you're paying for his car and his gas. Plus, what happens when we catch him red-handed. I'm Wendy Saltzman. That's coming up tomorrow night at 11.